Y'all.
Welcome. Definitely want to thank you guys thus far for all the support. Want to shout out our subscribers that we have collected so far. Definitely want to introduce some of you guys to the videos and some of these podcasts. Definitely want to welcome any newcomers and appreciate you for supporting. First things first, we do have an update. So apparently J-Bug, which is one of the members of B2K, which is one of the people that we were talking about last week. Apparently, Little Fizz and Omarion's baby mom are together. And now, things are definitely in the toilet.
I swear, that's like your favorite thing to say.
Man, because look, this is the thing, y'all. So, basically, J-Bug has been exposed as sleeping with Omarion's mother. So, not only has one of his brothers betrayed him with his baby moms, now it's his mom. So at this point, I think everybody has mutinied against Omarion. It's just showing that the loyalty is definitely not there.
Oh no.
I really feel bad for this man, but he's still holding his head high, holding his composure. So apparently he's got it under control. But I'm not gonna lie, I think this is just messed up. Like,
that's not messed up. It's like he messed with like your baby mom, and now it's your mom. Like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? First, what are you doing? Come on, now.
Nah, but it's bad. It's bad. I mean, it's probably gonna be something that's like when it comes out to like Love and Hip Hop. This is gonna be gold. Like, this is reality TV gold right now.
I ain't gonna lie.
Probably gonna be like Inyala, Mix My Life, or Fix My Life, whatever she is.
If that was to happen to me, I ain't gonna lie. It's time to kill somebody. It's time to kill somebody at this point.
They done killed little Mel now.
I mean, the baby mom, that's cool, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want her, but my
that's
mom,
kind of disposable, yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, mom, that's really stepping over the line.
That's disrespectful.
I mean, next thing we gonna hear is like Raz B gonna be, I don't know. From what I heard, like somebody was like, if Raz B starts sleeping with Orion or something, like at this point, like the whole family, y'all, like, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. So next on the chopping block is the Antonio Brown saga. So apparently Antonio decided that he wanted to, I guess, film a heartfelt apology. Really, my only thing with it is just simple fact that it's like, I mean, you can never say never on, you know, a phenomenal, talented athlete such as himself. But if he's not going to change his character and this is just a manipulation, I don't really know where he stands in the NFL right now. He's kind of scorned a lot of people and burnt a lot of bridges. So, I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't want to say it's too late, but, I mean, being a Steelers fan myself, it's just kind of like it sucks because we had a good player, and because of drama, now he's completely out the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as Colin Kaepernick, but but it's one of those things where it's like you're saying what you have to say just to get back, and if you was really about balling, you would have done that from the get-go. You would have done that, where was that, the Steelers?
Yeah.
You would have done that with them.
You would have got it together with Ben. Yeah. I mean, it started off with, like, helmet drama, you know, oh, I'm not going to wear this helmet because of this, that, and the third. And then it comes out that it was really, I think, never about the helmet situation. It was, I'm not where I want to be. I didn't get the money I wanted.
Attention.
And now I'm going to act up.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like some of these NFL players, they be seeing the NBA and what's be going on, and they think they're the same thing. Yeah, it's like I mean, you're not going to get the money that the NBA is going to get. You're definitely not going to get the attention.
Nope.
So it's like, but I do respect though, where it's like, because I ain't gonna lie, there should be like some equality, like, you know.
Yeah, I think the equality thing is just, you know, it's a fine line between equality and equity, you know, and it's one of those things. I mean, you got to look at your ancestors in the league, you know. Had Deion Sanders acted a fool, you know, had any of these other guys been, you know, doing all this,
it would have been a wrap.
Come on, man. So, yeah, best of luck for Antonio. But, I mean, in my opinion, it's just one of those things. Right now, it's not the time or the place if you're trying to get paid. You got to pick and choose your battles.
You got to move in silence right now. That's what it is.
All right, y'all. So, 2:30 Central Time, Saturday, which is tomorrow, going to be Alabama versus LSU. Or if we want to do it in the order of the ratings, number 1, LSU versus Alabama. Number 2, at Tuscaloosa.
Yes, sir. Yes,
They're
sir.
both 8-0. Of course, I am going to go Roll Tide. I have no other options.
I'm
no
gonna go
choices.
with LSU. I'm not a fan of neither. Disclaimer, but I do not like Alabama, but I cannot count them out. But I'm still gonna go LSU. So, yeah.
And the only reason why I am sticking with the Tide, of course, that's the home team forever. Number one, I'm never switch up on them. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that there's not an opportunity. So definitely just want to tune in.
If Nick Saban
I ain't
leave,
even gonna lie.
if Nick Saban leave,
From 2:30 to about 5 o'clock, do not hit me up.
he said from 2:30 to 5, I'm gonna be at work. So
Man.
dealing with some old buzz. So we got a little background. We both came together, and the reason why we came together for this podcast is because we both have interest in fitness and also being healthy and having, well-being. And so I was just wondering, what are some of your fitness goals for this year?
I think right now, ending 2019, going into 2020, my exercise science degree right now, I have a bachelor's. And with that, I want to be certified as a personal trainer and a group leader. So that's kind of one of those things that I did procrastinate on this year, but I'm definitely going to, for 2020, make that a thing. And with that being said, with those goals, that's just going to be to educate others. As far as with my personal fitness goals, definitely want to go ahead and make sure that just with my workouts that I'm understanding my body, listening to my body, and then on the other retrospect, making sure that my nutrition goes hand in hand with my exercises. That way I'm going to be able to see the results, that I want to see. Because I know that I've plateaued to an extent because my diet is not where it should be. And when I say a diet, of course, like I hate the words like keto.
Diet,
Yeah, like those are really annoying. I feel like it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah,
So, cutting out pork, because that's going to be one of my main things. I'm going to be trying to reduce sodas to at least once a day. If I'm not drinking water, be trying to drink more juices. I know it's not the healthiest, but it's a better transition.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. What about you?
Just to piggyback off it, I do just as a goal, I do want to inspire other people to start fitness, even if it's not like to the level where I like or where I'm at.
Right.
I would like to inspire people to just be active, just like 5 to 10 minutes a day. For my personal goals, it's gonna sound kind of funny though, but Michael B. Jordan. I'm a big Michael B. Jordan fan. Ever since he started this Creed, hopefully it's gonna be a trilogy.
Right.
But ever since he started and ever since his journey, it inspired me to transform my body, and I've been seeing results.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of people telling me I've seen results, but I still want to be a little bit like Michael B. Jordan, like a sex symbol.
I feel
I'm not gonna lie, but but just a little question, because we hear it all the time. Do you really believe when people say that abs are really made in the kitchen?
Honestly, truly, and it's one of those things. Like, first, number one, there's no such thing as spot reduction.
Yeah.
So anytime you're hearing somebody say, "Oh, lose your belly fat," like, no,
don't
trash,
do it.
basura.
In 1 week, if somebody tell you that you could get abs in 1 week, don't even play the video. Like,
oh, try this 10-minute ab workout. Like, no. It's very, very true, because it's one of those things like when you're looking at your abs, and let's say you've been working on your abs all week. Well, your abs are, number one, a muscle group. So when you're looking at any other muscle group, what happens when you work it out? It swells up, right? So therefore, your abdominals, you can do the exact same thing. So you could be working your abs. You're feeling like you're bloated. Technically, you're swollen, yeah, but that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with strengthening your core, but as far as seeing the aesthetic, as far as seeing those little pebbles pop out of your stomach, that comes with a calorie deficit. And that might mean that, whether you're using like MyFitnessPal or, just a food journal in general, just to keep up with, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Okay, what did I eat for breakfast? What did I eat for lunch? What did I eat for dinner? Okay.
Yes.
And then reflect that into how many calories did I lose as I was working out? If you don't know the answers, Google it. You can drop you're in the comment section if you need help on how to figure out that stuff. Email us, hit us up on Instagram. Either way, it's very, very simple, but I think a lot of people have that misconception, and a lot of females do too.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about that today. That's why I asked, but I believe in it, but I really don't, because it's one of those things where it's like you can know your macros and stuff like that, and you can get like shredded, but like sometimes your abs won't come in. That's because one, you're not working the right muscle groups, or you're not using the right either weights or like calisthenics that's going to help your body. There's multiple factors of why I don't really believe in it. I feel like abs aren't really made in the kitchen. I feel like, you know, abs are like cut and like, you know, furnished and like molded in the kitchen.
And I think that's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
If you really want to be like, you know, more politically correct, I feel like what you said hits it on the nail, because when you really are thinking about it, that calorie deficit means that you're trying to actually lower your body fat percentage.
Yeah, because
because
when you're in the gym, and even like when people bulk, it's like when you're in the gym, you're building up that the muscle group, and you're also making it bigger. And even though like you're bulking and you're getting like not fatter, but you're getting bigger, your muscles are also getting bigger. But then when you cut with that calorie deficit, the body fat just gets smaller while your muscle is still being maintained, hopefully, and then it starts popping out after that.
Yeah, and I think it's also just kind of a last key note is you have to understand that when you want a certain aesthetic, it's going to be very meticulous. It's going to be a lot of paperwork.
Yes.
And it's really not a cakewalk. The easiest thing you could really do is change your eating habits first. Get that in order. Because the hardest thing is getting a workout, and then you're basing that workout around what you eat versus eat right, get right, feel right, and then base it off of that. Because you need those nutrients first, not second.
And do you think that for people who's motivated to do that, do you think it's harder for them to like just jump right into like a really hard like no carbs, no fat type of diet?
You should never, and this is the one thing that kind of makes me very irate, is when people mention cutting out a certain section of the food group. You should never cut out anything unless you're allergic or a physician has told you to cut that out. And it is one of those things that you get addicted to certain food groups just because either they taste better or they feel better to, you know, your taste buds. But a lot of the times you end up having that relapse. So, you know, you could have, let's say, 2 good weeks of eating good, and then you binge, and then it's like, okay, well, you erase all of that, you know? So, I mean, you've got to hit or miss, but the main thing that I always say is variety, moderation, and pretty much just making sure that your portions are at an appropriate state. So, like, if you have to, you know, like I'm saying, go figure out, you know, based off of your weight, your height, if you have a place in your local city that, like NutriShop here has, where you can go and get a DEXA scan.
Oh, yeah.
Get your body fat percentage, look at those numbers, and then itemize it that way. You know, that's the best solution I would do it, is like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of research, but do it the right way versus having to correct it 6 months later.
I think honestly the main thing to make it like a long term is, first, don't think of it as a diet. Like you said, think of it as like a lifestyle change. I think what you should first like just start doing is find out what are some of the things that you can go without, and then switch that for a healthier option. So let's say if we both like if we both like McDonald's, like cheeseburgers, stuff like that.
McDoubles.
Instead of going to like McDonald's all the time and getting that same McDouble, you can make that at your own house, and it'll be less calories, and also you know what you're putting into your body.
Exactly.
Instead of them, because I ain't gonna lie, you don't even know if they dropped that junk on the floor.
Exactly. And then it's like, on top of that, you can get alternatives. So like instead of ground beef, you can get like ground turkey, which is going to be way more lean, and you know, there's even seasonings that you can, you know, have like sodium reduced,
make it taste just like it.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, what people have to remember is everybody's on a journey. You know, I'm personally on a journey, so it's like, you know, needless to say, I could be, you know, in an area where people see my physique and they're like, oh my gosh, but, you know, I'm still learning myself. So I can't really give you an exact, you know, answer to anything. Because,
and nobody can. Yeah.
And never believe anybody that gives you like a certain time frame of fitness. Like, it's unrealistic, and it's bad for expectations.
And what one thing might work for somebody might not work for you.
Exactly.
So keep that in mind. Just one last thing on this topic. So we was talking about our fitness goals earlier.
Right.
what is something that drives you, or what's like your motivations?
I think when it comes to motivation and drive, it's like my family history, a lot of like heart attacks, just cardiac issues, diabetes. Definitely want to be one of the game changers, and just to prove a fact, not only just to myself, but it's just being healthier within me. Especially growing up, a lot of times people be like, man, like, are you hungry? Like, because I would eat really small portions, and they'd be like, are you hungry? And I'm like, nah, like, I'm good. But like, really, whole time my metabolism has been fast, and I mean, to this day, like, I never got big. So it's one of those decisions that you have to make. Is like, am I gonna be like my family, be obese, have problems, or be the best that I can be, change that cycle and reverse, or prevent, for lack of better words, diseases that could happen in my mid 30s and 40s, that might be pushed off 10-15 years, who knows.
I think for myself, my motivation, I know a lot of people, especially like in sports, they have motivation from like their surroundings, so like their households and stuff like that. I know my household is pretty good. I mean, my family is kind of like your family. We do have that history, so that is one thing that motivates me to stay active. Another thing is honestly like just like past like relationships and stuff like that. That has honestly motivated me to just get in the gym and work on myself, so I can be the best person I can be for the next person I come across.
Exactly. Respect that.